Good morning, YouTube. How are y'all doing today? There's a light rain falling, and we are going fossil hunting. Woohoo! So I'm hoping that the rain has maybe turned over a little bit of new stuff and brings out the color. Got my son with me, saying thank you to him. He helped me out with some things lately, so wish us luck. Well, it looks like a lot of people have been going down, and there's been a little bit of rain this morning, but almost no current. So, kind of what I was expecting. The water looks semi-clear, but I'm sure there's a nice silt layer at the bottom. Let's see what we can find. Well, I just found a nice shark's tooth, and it's starting to pick up rain again. Can you see it right there? There it is. It's got pretty much all of its root. A couple of the side cusps, though, are broken. So it's been tumbled a little bit, but I'll take it. Alright, so it's clear that people have been here. And it's raining. And it's kind of like, you know, life hands you a basket full of lemons. Well, you know what they say? When life hands you lemons, you have a lemonade party. Oh yeah! So, I'm in a spot right here, and I found a few shark's teeth. None of these were that good, but I was looking around, I was looking careful, I was thinking to myself, this is probably going to be a pretty good spot if I just keep my eyes open. Well, I kept my eyes open, and if you'll follow me right over here, right down here, do you see it yet? Do you see it?
Oh.
Do you see that? Look at that. Look at that. This is probably my best North Texas arrowhead. At least my best North Texas bird point. Yeah! Woohoo! Alright. This made the trip, so we had been out here for probably over an hour and weren't really finding much, but this right here makes it all worth it. So hopefully we'll find some more good stuff and we'll bring you back. Well, if it wasn't raining, this one certainly would not have showed up as well as it did. You see it yet down there? You know what we're looking at? Let's take a look. It's going to be a nice size Mosasaur Vertebra, and it is beat up. So the back part's all busted off, but it's got the front part of it nice and rounded and smooth. A little bit of the side right there, but that thing's been tumbled around, but I don't think I would have found it at all if it wasn't raining out here, because all the rocks just start to blend in together. So, woohoo! Alright, I'm going to have to keep a closer eye open, because not more than 7 feet away from that last busted up Mosasaur Vertebra, there's this one. Also busted up, but it's got the back, the concavity of the back, and the rounded part of the front. I'll take it. Let me clean it up and I'll show it to you a little bit better. You see all that algae and stuff that was growing on the rocks? It looks like all this has died off. It got too hot, but it looks like it was starting to grow there. You know, it would have had fins coming off right there, parts of the bone, joints to the ribs, etc. Just got the front and the back, but not bad. Alright, well, I found the two Mosasaur Vertebras, or Mosasaur Vertebras, right over here. I walked back down, I walked up, straight up to right there, came back. The only other thing that I found was a couple pieces of bone. They could have been Mosasaur Vertebra bone, but really tumbled. And this piece right here, and this is a Coprolite. I'm sure of it because of the shape And you can still see some ridges, though, very, very poorly. Right there, yeah, you can kind of see that. There, there, there. And the backlight is going to have that. So I don't know if that can be polished and a little bit more of it can be seen, or if that's really just all that's preserved. Okay, and then I wanted to show you this. What is that? You may have any idea? I'm gonna have to dig it out and take a look, because that just looks weird. Okay, that wasn't hard at all. This little guy here. Let's see if I can get this guy washed off. And I mean, so I'm thinking it's a concretion, or it came from the inside of a concretion. I don't know. That's weird. I mean, I don't know what to do with this. If it's something I should carry out. What do y'all think? Should I bust it open? I'm afraid if I bust this thing open, I'll destroy anything that's inside. Anyway, tell me what you think. Hopefully I carried it out, and if you have an idea or you think I ought to keep it, then hopefully I carried it out. What do I have right here? I mean, I looked down at it, but it's heavy. It's not very big. I mean, it's metal. I don't know if it's steel or aluminum, but I don't think that's not a cannonball, is it? I don't know of any. What?
Found an arrowhead, I think.
Hold on. You think?
You got this?
What did you say it was?
An arrowhead. There.
Yeah. Yep, that's what it is. That's your first one, right?
My first ever at the sulfur.
That's a Gary point. Show it to us. Complete. A little bit busted up, or a little bit tumbled around maybe, but it looks complete. That's a Gary point. Nice. Very nice find.
I'll go wash.
There she is. It's a typical Gary point. Alright, I found this half of a shark's tooth, and you normally don't ever see them with the root intact, but it just split right down the middle. And then this piece of probably horse tooth enamel, just busted up. And so I figured this would be a good spot, and I was starting to look around a little bit, and I believe I found my first vertebra of the day. Not a great one. It's been busted up pretty good as well, but that is definitely a fish or shark vertebra. How cool is that? Thank you very much. Wow, yay! I just found some coprolite. Oh wait, ew. That's fresh hog coprolite. That's not what we're looking for. Alright, well my son just shouted at me at the same time that I was starting to take out the camera for this one. And it just started picking up rain. So it's a little bit worn, but that's a real nice one. Happy with that. Now, let's go see what he's got. You already picked it up?
Yeah.
You already washed it off?
Yep. So I was walking around and I see these holes, and it struck me fancy. I would like to dig. And the first thing I find is
Whoa!
there.
That thing is huge. That may be, I mean, obviously it's broken, but size-wise, the largest shark tooth I've ever seen from here in this river. Wow. Oh man, if only that would have had the tip, that would have been a record setter right there.
What, like this big?
Yeah, something like that. Sweet. Awesome. Oh man, kind of like the shark tooth my son just found. I got another heartbreaker. I'm pretty sure that this one, yeah. No, I'm wrong. It was just a flatter one. So that means it's probably the crocodilian. I thought it was going to be half of a mosasaur tooth, but I believe this may be the crocodilian tooth, but it's a little bit worn, but it's a whole one. Sweet. Awesome. Just found another one. Not complete, but nice tip to it. Nice sharp tip. I like it. Woohoo! Alright, so I just found that shark's tooth. And the next thing that I see is this really neat rock. What in the world is that? It's almost like a honeycomb pattern in there. Polished on that side. I mean, it's been broken open a little bit over time, but what is that? How cool is that? Huh. I don't know what that is. Pretty cool.
Hello YouTube, here we are for the wrap up. Sorry for the sudden transition. My dad's camera battery died. Alright, so these are my finds. I found mostly shark's teeth. Here's some tiger shark teeth and sand tiger shark teeth. We have some bacillites, a snail shell. We have this Mosasaur Vertebra, a worn one. This modern shark, sorry.
Keep going. It's a modern tooth. I don't know if it's from a coyote or what, but it's just a modern tooth.
Some barracuda teeth and another predatory tooth.
Predatory fish tooth.
Some nice pieces of bone and a little...
I don't have that in focus. Hold on. Alright, go ahead.
Nice piece of bone and a little bit of enamel. And this is one that's been puzzling us. It looks like a cylindrical tooth, kind of like the sloth teeth, but from the fragment we have, we cannot determine what it is.
Yeah, we looked up sloth because that was what was coming to my mind, and their teeth are more smooth. They don't have the ridges that this one does, the striations or the ridges on it like this one does. So if anybody knows what that one is and can give us an ID, we would appreciate it. Alright, so and again, we want to highlight his really super big, is it sand tiger shark, we think?
We think it's sand tiger shark, yeah.
Tooth. I mean, that one is a pretty good size for this river, for North Texas. And this one is like double or triple the size. It's just, all the tips missing, which is very unfortunate. But pretty good finds. And then
we have our arrowheads. These are 2 Gary points. This one I found, this one Dad found. And then we also have the bird point, which Dad found also.
And I forgot to look up what the name of that one is. I've seen it before, but I don't have it memorized. So if somebody knows and they can give me an ID on that arrowhead, I'd appreciate it. Pretty much made from the same material as the 2 Gary points. But like I say, I just don't remember what the name of that one is. Alright. Alright. Here is the wrap up. We've got quite a bit of stuff to show you. But before I begin, my son wanted to tell me that as great as this bird point is, his opinion is that the one that I found back in May, and that's from part 1 of the May 2016 family fossil hunt, part 1 at a minute and 30 in, I found a little petrified wood bird point that was just phenomenal. So he thinks that that one is better. Still pretty stoked about this one though. All right, let's go. Start with the shark teeth. Just some of my broken ones. All right, so this is my spread of complete or mostly complete shark's teeth. I didn't find any large ones like my son did. So jealous. Actually, so proud. He found some really cool stuff today. That's my, I believe, crocodilian. This is probably a Mosasaur. This is a fragment, and all I ever found of these are fragments of the Mosasaur globidans. They had like grinding teeth. They were just like a dull thumb for teeth. And this is part of the outside. I mean, it's almost like a basketball on a root. But that's from that one. Okay, these are the Inca jaw fragments. This was a super find that I found at the end, actually off of this video and another video. 2 fish vertebra fused together. Super cool. I've found some of these before. That's not the best one, but it was still pretty cool. Mosasaur tooth, just very, very worn. Sorry, I'm bumping stuff. My different horse teeth fragments. A little sea urchin spine fragment. It would have been a long sea urchin spine. The half shark vertebra, and then the broken up shark vertebra. Here are my baculites. These are the ones where you can see the suture lines. And these two, you can't see the suture lines, but I am sure that these are both baculites. If you're curious about that, I could tell you more. And here are my Mosasaur Vertebras. I did really well with Mosasaur Vertebras today. Sadly, this is the best one, and it's not perfect. This side is all busted up, but otherwise it's in really good shape. The others mostly are worse for the wear. You can see the concavity on the back, and you've got the front material, but it's been tumbled around. These 2 small ones mostly kept their shape, but they still have wear. I love finding these guys. So cool. This one's just pretty bad shape. This one had a nice smooth front, tail end busted off. So these could be vertebra fragments, a lot of bone fragments, all kind of different bone fragments. This is a really neat one. It's like a shoulder blade or something. It's real, or a flat. No, I think it is like a shoulder blade. I found pieces of this before. It's very heavy, very dense. I don't know exactly what it goes to. It could have been like the shoulder blade of the Mosasaur, but I just don't know for sure. All right. This is, hold on, a really cool rock that I found. If I can get it to focus here. That may be a coral or some type of a sea animal that lives in a colony. I think I lost focus again. Almost looks like a honeycomb. Very cool. If somebody knows right offhand what this is and can tell me, I would appreciate it. But I thought that was a really neat rock. And now for the bonus. So for those that have stuck around to the end, this is the key to a bonus part. If you go down to the very bottom of the description, at the very bottom, I'm going to put a link to part 2 of the trip. Now, I'm not going to make the video public. I'm going to put it only available through the link. So if you stuck with me to watch the whole video, as a thank you and a bonus, you get to watch part 2. And you really got to watch part 2 because there's some cool finds there. All right? Well, one of the things that we found as we were just about to leave was a concentration of a bunch of lead and iron and other stuff. And it's at the bottom of the river where these things had probably got stuck in a crack or whatever. And only because of recent, flood or whatever through that river that had pushed this material out of it, maybe dug out the bottom some and pushed it up against the rocks in a new spot, that all of this was pushed up there and revealed. But it's all kinds of lead sinkers, some unfired .22 caliber, more fishing weights, bunch of bullets, copper jacketed lead, other various pieces of lead. This is from a car battery, the inside. That's a copper nail right there. I don't know if I've ever seen one of these before, but I stared at it for a little bit and was able to figure out that that's what that is. It's got the pointed tip. It's got the little ridges there to hold it in place. It's got the big old flat head that's been curled up on there, but that's a copper nail. And then there was a lot of other stuff, but this is just kind of the highlights of some of the stuff that were in that concentration there. Little .22 caliber bullets. All right, so these are our finds from this trip. Hope you enjoyed. Thanks for coming along. Have a great day. Bye-bye.